Okay. Before we dive into this installation, let's quickly recap what Hadoop is. At its core, it's a system designed to handle data so large it can't fit on a single machine. It does this with two main parts: Hadoop distributed file system, which stores the data across a cluster, and YARN, yet another resource negotiator, which manages the computing resources of that cluster. MapReduce is the original programming model used to process that data. Today, we'll be installing all the necessary components to get these systems. Just to have a recap on the previous session, it was about the other modules of Hadoop ecosystem, wherein we did look at NoSQL databases, Scoop, Flume, and the other components of Hadoop ecosystem and the block diagram to this one. Now let us get on to this Hadoop installation. So there is a link that's posted for your reference here. So you can try to do this single node cluster installation. So you can try to download Hadoop from the Apache Hadoop release page. So the link is given here. Then you can, after downloading, you can try to unpack the contents into a particular location. After you download, you can also download and install the Java package where you can try to get that from this particular link, Geek for Geeks. And in general, Hadoop can be installed in two ways. The first is on a single node cluster, and the second way is on a multiple node cluster. Single node cluster and multi node cluster are the two different ways. So, single node cluster, it has one data node running and setting up all the name node, data node, resource manager, and node manager on a single machine. This is used for studying and testing purposes. So this is about single node cluster. Multi-node cluster has more than one data node running, and each data node is running on different machines. So in this section, we'll cover the installation part on a single node cluster. So I hope you have downloaded the Apache Hadoop from that link, and also you have downloaded the Java package and installed it. Now let's try to see how this single node cluster works. So we have included the significant screenshots for your reference here, and step-by-step detailing is provided. So you can try to pause the video as and when possible, but we will also give you some time of 1 2 minutes for specific steps so that you can try to work on that accordingly. So the first step is you need to verify the Java that you have installed. So what you can do is you can uh, try to get onto the command prompt and check the version of the Java that you have installed by using this particular command, which is JAVAC space hyphen version. So that should give you the version of the Java package that you have installed. So after you've identified that the Java package has been successfully installed, then you can move on to the Hadoop package. So you need to extract the Hadoop package into the C drive. So you have downloaded the package, so go ahead and extract it. So setting up the Hadoop underscore home variable, use the Windows environment variable setting for the Hadoop path setting. So you can find that out in the system advanced option. So this is the screenshot for that, where you can see you need to open this new user variable window, and in that you need to type Hadoop all capital HADOOP underscore HOMA. So everything has to be in uppercase, the variable name. Then the variable value has to be C colon slash Hadoop slash bin. So you can see the type of slash that's given here. So after you do that, uh, you can set up the Java home variable. So use the Windows environment for this Hadoop path setting again in the system in advanced. So here what you do is we will do the same thing in uppercase Java underscore HOME, JVA underscore HOME, and that's the variable name. And the variable value will be C colon slash program space files slash JAVA slash JDK 1.8.0 underscore 241 slash bin. So you need to mention the variable name correctly with the uppercase and lowercase button. So that will be the fourth step. And moving on to the fifth step, so you need to set the Hadoop and Java bin directory path. So you can try and see how exactly that's being done as per this screenshot. So step 6 will be Hadoop configuration. So for Hadoop configuration, we need to modify 6 files that are listed below. So o-site.xml, map-red-site.xml, hdfs-site.xml, and yarn-site.xml, and hadwp-env.cmd. Then you need to create 2 folders, data node and name node. So let us take some time to get these 6 files modified. So the first one will be core-site.xml. So this will be the configuration. So you need to have within the braces, lesser than, greater than braces. So configuration, then you need to indent it properly, property, and then the name fs.default fs. So fs is lowercase dot default uppercase fs, Then you need to put a backslash, then name. So that will say it's closing in that particular sentence. Then the same way, it's going to be value HDFS colon double slash localhost colon 9000, then backslash value. Then we will also close this property backslash and backslash configuration. So for the Hadoop configuration, the first modification out of the 6 files is with respect to core site.xml configuration. So you can take some time mentioning this correctly. This changes to the core hyphen site.xml configuration. So the next one is map hyphen site.xml configuration. So here again, it's going to be inside the configuration property, then name MapReduce dot framework dot name slash name, then value YARN slash value, and then we need to close that slash property, then slash configuration. So we'll just give some time for this MAP site.xml configuration. Okay. So hope you are done with the map site.xml configuration. Now let's move on to HDFS-site.xml configuration. So here it's configuration written unless than braces, then property inside the braces, then name the braces, then DFS dot replication slash name, then value number one, then slash value, then slash property, and slash configuration. So we'll give you some time to enter this information into that particular file. Okay. So I hope you're done with that HDFS site XML at RED So let's move on to the next file, which is site.xml configuration, which is the property name dfs.name node.name.dar. So then we close that name, that is slash name. Then we have the value. Here we will be mentioning C. It should be in the C drive. C colon slash Hadoop hyphen 2.8.0 slash data slash name node. Then we close that slash value. Then slash property. And again, you open another property. Then the name dfs dot data node dot data dot var. Then slash name. Then value C colon slash Hadoop hyphen 2.8.0 slash data node, then slash value, and slash property, then slash configuration. So then we have yarn hyphen site.xml configuration. So configuration within the within less than braces, then within less than braces the property, then the name within the greater than less than braces, then yarn dot node manager dot aux hyphen services, then within the greater than less than slash name, then the value greater than less than braces, map reduce underscore shuffle, then greater than less than braces slash value, and then property with a slash in the greater than less than braces. I'll give you some time to enter this information into these two files, HDFS hyphen site or XML and YARN hyphen site or XML combination. So I hope you're able to make the necessary changes to these two files, HDFS hyphen site or XML and YARN hyphen site or XML configuration. So the YARN hyphen site or XML configuration is still pending with the property open close braces greater than less than. then greater than lesser than name YARN dot node manager dot AUX services dot MapReduce dot shuffle dot class, then slash name greater than lesser than braces, then value greater than lesser than org dot patch APACHE dot Hadoop dot MAPRED dot shuffle handler, then slash value, then slash property, and slash configuration. That will be the end of OARN hyphen site dot XML configuration. Now, the next file is Hadoop hyphen env dot cmd. So in this, the command needs to be entered as set double quotes Java uppercase underscore home uppercase is equal to C colon slash JAVA close double quotes on C hyphen Java. This is the path to file JDK 18.0. So you can see the screenshot that shows about where exactly it's being entered. So we'll just give you some time to complete this so that we will use. So create the data node and name node folders is the last step in this. So create a folder data under C colon slash Hadoop hyphen 2.8.0. Then create a folder data node under C Hadoop 2.8.0 data. That is, the parent folder is data inside C Hadoop 2.8. Inside that, you'll be creating data node and name node. So I'll give you some time to create these three folders. Make sure you create data inside the C drive, Hadoop 2.8.5. And after you create the data, you need to open that and create these two folders inside that data node in video. So make sure you put all of them in lowercase, in name node and data node, one single row. Okay. So format the name node folder is the next step. So how do we do that? So we need to open the command window, the CMD, by then type the command HTFS all lowercase HTFS space name node, once in the word name node, space hyphen format, that is FORMAT. So HTFS space name node space hyphen format. So this should confirm that you have successfully installed Hadoop. So you can see the details coming up as in the screenshot. You should get that. So that's 7th step. Then the 8th step will be testing the setup. So you can open the command window, CMD, and type command start, that is all lowercase, start hyphen ALL dot CMD. So we need some time to do these two, that is formatting the name of folder and testing the setup. Okay. So I hope you're able to do the format and testing. So ensure the name node, data node, and resource manager are running as per the screenshot. Then step 9 is open http colon double slash localhost colon 8088. So ensure that name node, data node, and resource manager are running. So that's the screenshot for that. Give some time for that. So just to completely, uh, you can go through the steps again from the first on the single node cluster on how exactly you need to start off and make those changes in those 6 files. And after you complete the configuration, you can proceed to check how exactly the Hadoop has been installed. You can execute those commands to see whether the installation has been completed by checking the version and testing the setup. And you can open the local host to find out whether it's been successfully done. Now, we just move on to test on I hope you were able to successfully complete the installation. So let us try to see if you are able to answer these questions out of your installation experience. So the question is, in a single node cluster setup where all Hadoop components installed. So that is the first question. And the second question is, which of the following is a key characteristics of a multi-node cluster? I'll give you some time and you can find the right answer for this. Okay, so I hope you're able to answer the first question. You can move on to the next question. I hope that time period is sufficient. So the first question is, in a single node cluster setup, where are all Hadoop components installed? So the options are on separate machines, on a single machine, only on a virtual machine, only on a cloud server. So when we say single node cluster setup, our Hadoop components get installed on a single machine. So that is the right answer. It's not on separate machines. It's not on a virtual machine or not on a cloud server. It is on a single machine. That is the answer for the first question. The second question, which of the following is a key characteristic of a multi-node cluster? We didn't do the installation with the multi-node cluster, but at the very start of this video, we did discuss about what is the key characteristic of a multi-node cluster. So the possible options are all components run on one machine, used only for testing purposes. Each data node runs on a different machine. There is only one data. So the key characteristics of a multi-node cluster is each data node running on a different machine. So that is one of the primary features of multi-node cluster. So that's the right answer. I hope you got that right. Got single node cluster setup, Hadoop components installed on a single machine. Key characteristics of multi-node cluster, where each node runs on a different machine. So with that, we come to the end of this particular module. That is the fundamentals of big data introduction. So we have experienced, we got an idea about how to do this installation of Hadoop, the single node cluster. There is options for you to explore with respect to the multi-node cluster installation. So you can try that, and there is a link provided for your reference here on the screen. So you can try to refer from the textbook of this big data and analytics published by Wiley publication. That can also give you an idea of how to do this single node and multi-node cluster installation of Hadoop. And also you can check this portal, Geeks for Geeks, that can also help you in getting this installation done successfully. We'll have additional more screenshots on how exactly it works. And there is a YouTube link as well for the reference how to install Hadoop on Windows operating system as well. So I hope you got an idea on the installation process using Nemo cluster with necessary screenshots and what changes are to be done. Now exactly you identify whether you're successfully installed or not. And with that, we end this session. I really appreciate your patience in viewing this video to this extent. Thank you.